Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to be making another motivational video, but today's video is going to be about a very simple topic that almost all of us have heard of. Self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is something that I've always heard growing up, and I'm pretty sure that all of you have too. Whenever I got angry or whenever I lashed out, my parents would always tell me to sit down and rethink why I acted the way I acted, and they just tell me to be self-aware. And I never understood what self-awareness exactly is and what rethinking whatever you did actually meant until I read the story about the Austrian psychologist and neurologist, Mr. Viktor Frankl. Now, Mr. Viktor Frankl is also a Holocaust survivor, which taught him a lot of things and which also led to the discovery of logotherapy. Now, Victor and his family were forced into concentration camps, and they were put under inhumane activities and torture. Not only that, his family were taken into gas ovens and killed. And again, he was also put under a lot of torture after that. Now, witnessing all of these inhumane activities, one night, lying in his bed, Victor realized that there was one thing that the Nazis couldn't take away from him. They could take away everything, his body, his life, the people that he loved, but the one thing that they couldn't take away from him was the way he would react, the way his mind would be affected from all of this. And then he started being more self-aware of his surroundings. He started changing his perspective about how he saw things. He started imagining things. He started imagining situations where he would be lecturing his students about the learnings from the torture that he had at the camp. Now, believing in the possibility, or even thinking about the possibility of a future in such a situation, is something amazing. And he made this possible from self-awareness. And eventually, he was let out of the camp, and which led to the discovery of logotherapy. He came back and he found out, and he researched about logotherapy, and all this came from something as fundamental to humans, which is self-awareness. Now, the one thing that's different between humans and everything else, for example, a computer, is self-awareness. And for example, you run a code and you figure out that there's an error, or the program, it gives out an error. And one thing that's different about computers is that the computer will never be able to find out why it's getting an error. That's the programmer's job, right? But what's different about humans is that when we make a mistake, or when we lash out, or when we react a certain way, we can go back and think about why we reacted a certain way. Similarly, you could be thinking about what you're thinking right now, and you could be thinking about the fact that you're thinking about your thoughts right now. And that is the beauty of self-awareness. This is something that most beings do not have. A computer code will never be able to find out why it's making an error or why it's running, or it will never even be able to find out that it's running because a programmer programmed it. But humans are different. There are so many things that self-awareness can help us do if we use it. And I hope you guys understood the importance and the impact that self-awareness has from this video. And in my next video, I'll be talking more on self-awareness and how to be more self-aware. So stay tuned for that.